Hey, Taylor Rapp here from the LA Rams. Shout out to Steve Taylor, the real sports guy, and the honorary Ram. When Steve talks sports, you better listen. Thanks, Steve from the Rams, for your continued support and love. We are taking it all the way this year, but you already know that. Go Rams.
With Prince Bell, we rocking with Keeping It Real Sports, and we gonna be on this. We gonna be on a lot of times. I love the platform. Check in. It's the new wave. Like, follow, subscribe, and do all that good stuff.
Come on. I told you I got you. Wanna talk about his game, he can talk about it. Tennis match, golf, he can talk about it. Don't matter what it is, he can talk about it. Any sport dude, he know about it. Say your boy bum, don't doubt it. If he tell you that it is what it is. The real sports guy in the sand, man. Talk show game in the bag, man. Rep, gon' have to throw the flag, man. Steve Taylor, Andy Sands. It's over, OVA. Game over, they don't play. From the fourth quarter to the ninth inning. NASCAR wheels keep spinning. To the 18th hole, he's still in control. Guy on the go. Coach never missing the play, cause he know the deal. This keeping it real. Sports. Come on. Keeping it real. Yeah. Let's go.
Oh, I'm feeling good today. I'm feeling great today, man. Tell me, man, how you feeling, my man. It's Wild Card Saturday, man. What more can I say, man? NFL, kicking it off. Sandman, how the heck are you, brother?
One of my favorite weekends, like you were saying before. I'm really excited. A lot of great games today and tomorrow, and we got one on Monday. What a bonus this year, right?
Man.
I mean, that's unusual, but it's going to be a lot of
well,
fun.
you know, they kicked that off last year with the Rams. We got a chance to play on the initial Monday night playoff game, man, which is great. But, man, we're going to give you our confidence levels as we break down the NFL playoffs. This is an NFL show, man. As we recap and we look ahead, we got a whole lot going on, man. Andy, man, let's just kick it in, man. What we got is what we call
Hot off the press. All right, Steve Taylor, I know you were sweating maybe just for a little bit, but no, not really. You knew all along this is what was going to happen, didn't you?
Yeah, well, see, that's the whole thing, man. You know, people get so bent up on Rams news, and it's like, dude, did you guys forget I'm the Ram insider? I'm the Ram ambassador? You know what I mean? Like, I kind of know what's going on around here. Here's what I'm going to tell you real quick. Cliff Kingsbury is going to be named the offensive coordinator for the Los Angeles Rams. He's going to take over play calling responsibilities to lighten the load on Sean McVay. I'm just telling you what's going to happen, people.
Well, you talked about Kingsbury coming to the Rams. That's because he was on this list earlier this week of Black Monday. He was one of the coaches that did get fired along with Lovie Smith. So I guess next man up, right? I mean, some of these assistants are going to get promoted, possibly to head coaches. Other teams are already asking to interview coordinators from other teams. For example, Brian Flores has been requested to interview with the Denver Broncos from the Pittsburgh Steelers. He was their defensive coordinator this year. I think, Steve, he's the top candidate, in my opinion, as far as the next head coach that's out there. But that being said, what's the best opening, my friend? Where would you go if you were trying to find a head coaching position in the NFL right now?
Well, man, I tell you, the Cardinals is a problem. I don't really want that position. And Denver, we don't know what the hell they expect with ownership. You know, so, you know, the Carolina Panthers might not be that bad, man.
I'll tell you where you don't want to go is Houston.
I don't know, man. You know, yeah, because I'm going to tell you this. You know, Buckeye fans, I'm just telling you something to watch over the weekend. C.J. Stroud has not declared for the NFL draft. The deadline is Monday. There's been some talk. Marvin Harrison Jr. removed a tweet that was on. I'm just saying. I'm just telling you. I'm just saying.
It's funny you say that because one of my good friends that's a diehard Buckeyes fan texted me last night at 11 o'clock and said, is it really possible C.J. Stroud doesn't go to the NFL draft?
I'm just saying. Yeah, I don't think he wants any part of Houston. Just saying. Something to think about.
All right. You know what? Let's think about some quick hitters. What do you think about that?
Let's do it. Quick hitters.
All right, Steve Taylor, let's start in Australia today with our quick hitters. Big news earlier this week. Naomi Osaka pulled out of the Australian Open. Well, now we know why. Congratulations to her and her significant other as they announced a pregnancy. And because of that pregnancy, she will return to tennis next year in 2024.
Yep. Hey, look here. I'll tell you what else we got as we stay over there, man. Nadal and Djokovic can meet in the Aussie finals. They got them on. They finally did something right, Andy. Thank you.
Yes, they did.
Thank you.
They put them on opposite ends of the bracket so they could meet in the championship potentially.
Thank you.
And how about the story of Djokovic being in Australia, period, Steve? Remember last year?
Yeah.
The whole visa, COVID fiasco?
Yeah,
forget that. It's time to play some tennis. All right. We had this on a couple weeks ago, but now we got to talk about it again. He's going back to Minnesota. Now, let me clarify that 10-year deal. That's if he's healthy, okay? Otherwise, it's only a 6-year deal. But the Mets didn't like his physical either, so he goes back home to a team that's willing to take a chance because they're the ones that signed him last year in the first place. I thought he did Minnesota dirty. I'm really surprised that they're bringing him back, Steve.
Yeah, he's coming back on. Actually, it's a 6-year, $200 million deal. That's what's guaranteed. You can look ahead and to the add-on years, but 6 years, 200 is what we're really looking at. He passes the physical that he failed with the Mets and the Padres, respectively. I think it was the Giants. And the Padres, So, welcome back. Speaking of welcome back, the Nets need to welcome back Kevin Durant as he goes down after a little tumble with Jimmy Butler, but he's out at least a month. So we're looking at you, Kyrie. What you gonna do? I'm just saying. What you gonna do, Kyrie? What you gonna do?
I'm pretty confident in Kyrie Irving, okay? I think the Nets will be able to stay afloat. Will they be one of the top 2 teams while KD's out? Probably not. But I don't think they're going to slip that far, Steve. I think they'll be okay for 1 month.
All right, here we go. Oh, by the way.
All right, partner, start us off. What do you got?
Well, by the way, do you know that last Saturday night? Georgia just rolled TCU. We forgot about that, man. That happened so long ago, last Monday night. Georgia rolled TCU 65-7. That's what I got. What you got?
Well, I'll tell you, Ohio State would have done the same thing. Let me just start there. And because of that, let's take a look at the early rankings for 2023, Steve. And it's Georgia, Ohio State 1 and 2, and it shouldn't be any other way.
Yep. Hey, by the way, Tank Davis stops Hector Luis Garcia in the 8th round. Dude went back to his corner, man, and said, I can't see. He knocked the sight out of his eyes, Andy. Come on, man.
That's a big win because that sets up what we really want to see, right?
Yeah.
Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia, bring it on, Las Vegas 2023.
Yeah, man, yeah. That's what we really want to see, man. That's what we really want to see. And we got Andy.
All right, this week, Steve, we said it's a football show, right? It's an NFL show.
Yeah.
We're just going to touch on one thing.
Okay.
Can anybody beat these guys right now? This was a no-brainer. They've won 9 in a row. The Memphis Grizzlies are the team to beat in the West right now. I know Denver's ahead of them in the standings, but that doesn't matter, Steve. Ja Morant is playing like an MVP candidate, and He said earlier this year, I'm not worried about the West. I think we're starting to see why he said that. This team's scary good.
You remember 4 years ago, I was a guy screaming on ESPN radio, y'all don't know about Ja. Well, now you know. Now you know.
All right, why don't you hit that storylines intro so we can get into all this fun football
Man,
stuff
we
we're
got
about to
so
get into.
much story, so NFL storyline. This is NFL, man. Let's just do it. NFL storylines.
All right, partner, it's one of our favorite weekends of the year, right? Here we
Yeah,
go.
baby.
It's Wild Card Weekend.
Bring it, baby.
All right, let's take a look at the matchups for the whole tournament.
Okay.
So these are going to be all the games this weekend, meaning today, tomorrow, and Monday. So what we're going to do, folks, is we're going to look at each one of these games, and we're going to give you our confidence meter within that matchup. All right?
Okay.
As
I
far
like
as
that.
who we're the most confident in within that matchup.
Okay,
right?
I like it. Let's do it.
All right, where do you want to start?
Well, let's start with the very first game today, and that's going to be, man, out in Santa Clara, where the 49ers play host to the Seattle Seahawks. Man, San Francisco is a 6.5-point favorite in this one. But, man, it's hard to beat a division rival 3 times, and that's what they're facing today. In the rain, 100% chance of rain. 1 to 3 inches of rain expected in this one.
That's a big factor in this game. My confidence meter was already high as it can go, because I've got the 49ers winning the NFC. Okay?
Right?
So that all goes to hell if they lose this game. So I have to believe in them at least today. But, Steve, there's a lot of distraction around Seattle right now. I don't know if you saw the report this morning. The NFL is admitting that they made quite a few mistakes in the Seahawks game, which would have potentially allowed the Lions to go to the playoffs.
Don't start me with that. Don't start me, because, see, I didn't text you about that, and it's not. I mean, look, I don't make excuses, but, man, I caught it like I see it. Okay, and see, Stevie Wonder could see the egregious mistakes, man. The mistakes that Fisher has made in that was asinine, ass of 10, ass of 11. It was just ridiculous. Totally, man. The Detroit Lions should be playing today. It should be the Lions that we're seeing, and not the Seahawks.
All right, that being said, what's your confidence meter in both teams?
Man, the Niners, man. My confidence meter is high on the Niners. High.
Mm-hmm. And I know you hate to do that being a Rams fan, but you're the real sports guy, so you got to be smart about it, right?
Man, have you seen that damn defense play? I did.
That's why I picked them to win the NFC. All right, let's go to the next game, which is later tonight, I should say. It's going to be Jacksonville hosting the Chargers. Jacksonville has won 5 in a row to win the South and get into the playoffs and host a home playoff game. Confidence meter right now on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Man, high. Andy, let me tell you this. We talk about Joe Burrow. We talk about Josh Allen. We talk about Patrick. We talk about all of these up-and-comers, man. Hey, man, and they say, Trevor Lawrence, well, sunshine is here, people. Okay, and we talk about the kid, Herbert. Look, and I know the Chargers can be dangerous. And I understand how in the hell are they favored in this game when they played the Jaguars earlier in the season, they got beat by 4 touchdowns. Come on, man. Make me understand this. Help me, please. Help me. Somebody understand. I could see if it was a field goal. They beat them by 4 touchdowns, man.
Listen,
they beat them by 4 touchdowns.
I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that Jacksonville has won 5 in a row. I don't think the pundits feel like they can keep this going in through the playoffs, right? My brother is a former Jaguars season ticket holder, and I talked to him about this the other day. I said, can you get to the Super Bowl? He's like, that means we would be winning 10 games in a row. He's like, I don't see that happening in the NFL.
I don't either.
He's like, we're not there yet. They're not there yet.
But I'll tell you what they are at. They're going to win this damn game tonight. I tell you that.
So there you go. That was to my next point. What's your confidence level in the Chargers?
Not very high.
All right. Now I've got the Chargers winning this game, and here's why. Okay, Jacksonville's defense has improved the last 3 games, but they haven't played a quarterback like Herbert lately. And I think he will be able to exploit the secondary the Jaguars have a weakness in. So I've got the Chargers winning this one.
And here's why I don't. Because Mike Williams is out. Okay? He was the difference maker in that offense. Okay?
Yeah.
Everything condenses now that Mike Williams is out. See, you can expand the defense if you got Mike Williams. Keenan Allen is a slot receiver, man. You can shade courage over him and take him away. But with Mike Williams, you can't do that. It's gonna be wide open. Man, it's gonna be tough sledding for them. And they gotta travel to Jacksonville. Good luck with that. Remember, when Jacksonville kicked your ass earlier, it was there. They went out there and kicked your ass.
Right.
Now you gotta come there. Good luck with that. I like sunshine.
All right, tomorrow, let's start with the 1 o'clock game. Buffalo, Miami. This is a no-brainer for both games, right?
I mean, Skyler Thompson is the quarterback. Can we move on?
Yep, we're moving on. All right, the 4 o'clock game. We've got the Giants and the Vikings. Now, this one's interesting, Steve. But I believed in Minnesota all year. They're at home. That makes the difference. So I'm going to put that confidence meter up into the orange, bordering on the red. I like the Vikings in that game at home.
I'm not quite so, man. You see where that confidence meter is at, man, in the yellow? That's kind of where I'm at with the Vikings, man, because you just don't know what the hell you're going to get. What time is that game, by the way?
4 o'clock.
See, that's the problem. That's a damn problem right there. That's the problem. Okay?
Yeah, they do like playing in earlier games. You're right.
Hey, that's the damn problem. You got Kirk second cousins. Will it be second cousins or will it be third cousins? I'm just saying.
Confidence in the Giants, not just in that game, but overall through the playoffs.
Man, look here. They're well coached. They're not going to beat themselves, man. It took a field goal for the Vikings to beat them earlier. Man, I've watched too many people hang 40 on the damn Vikings this year, okay? Too many damn people hang 40 on the Vikings. The only thing that gives me cause for pause is the lack of weapons that the Giants have. But I tell you, they're not going to beat themselves. They'll be in this game.
All right, we've got the 8:20 game tomorrow night. It's the Bengals and the Ravens. Can we skip this one because Lamar Jackson?
Yeah. I mean, hey, man, all I'm gonna say is 2 words: Joe Burrow.
Yeah. It's hard not to say that the Bengals can't go back to the Super Bowl this year, Steve.
Joe Burrow.
They're clicking at the right time. It's really hard not to pick the Bengals, especially in the Browns. Really hard. All right, and then Monday night we finish it off with the Cowboys and the Buccaneers. Now, this game is in Tampa because they won the division. I hate this rule. It's out. It's stupid. The Cowboys are 12-5. The Buccaneers are 8-9. It should be in Dallas. However, it's not. Okay? So, that being said, confidence meter on the Buccaneers first. Let's start with Tampa Bay. My confidence meter on Tampa is in the light green. I don't believe in this team at all. I know they have Tom Brady, but they don't have a defense, and they don't have an offense either if Brady's not clicking the way that he's supposed to be. And I don't like Byron Leftwich calling plays the last 4 weeks. I don't know what he's doing, but it's not what they should be doing. And they lost to the Panthers to end the season, okay? So my confidence level on Tampa Bay is very low. I think Dallas wins the game.
Right where that level, that's where the meter's at is where I'm at with Tampa Bay. They got that man. It's Tom Brady and them. It's playoff time. And by the way, have you heard the Cowboys chirping all week? Yeah. You ain't heard a peep out of Tampa Bay. You ain't heard a peep out of Tampa Bay. And may God help the Dallas Cowboys if they lose this game. May God help them.
So real quick, before we get to that part of it, your confidence level in Dallas. I'm gonna say it's on the orange, like just past yellow into orange. I'm not too high on the Cowboys, but I think they do win this game.
I mean, 50-50 right there. I mean, this is a 50-50 game. So my confidence is right there. This game can go either way.
All right, now you talked about it earlier. So let's analyze this. Who has the most to lose on the Dallas Cowboys if they lose to Tampa Bay in the first round?
Well, between Dak and the coach, drop the mic. It's got to be drop the mic because here's the thing. If the defense shines, it's Dan Quinn. If the offense shines, it's Kellen Moore. God help you if you have penalties and you lose the game. Who is the blame? It's drop the mic, McCarthy. So I got to even though give it back Dak, okay, because Dak has led the league in interceptions. You'll just give it right back. Don't worry. Hang in there. Dak will give it back. Give it back, Dak. Okay? I got to go with drop the mic.
But he's even admitted, Steve, that he's got to improve on that if they have any chance in that game Monday and throughout the tournament as well. He's thrown an interception in 9 straight games. That's not a top 10 quarterback.
Give it back, Dak.
And where's Ezekiel Elliott been all year? It's Tony Pollard. It's not Ezekiel Elliott.
We knew that. We knew that going in.
All right, speaking of knowing that going in, right? Let's take a look at how we did with our predictions on the records for each team going into the regular season. You ready for this? This is going to be fun.
Let's do it.
All right. The AFC East, we nailed this division more than any other division with our predictions. Buffalo won the division. We said that would happen. Miami made the playoffs. We said that would happen. And the Jets and the Patriots not only missed the playoffs, but Steve Taylor, we predicted the exact record for all 4 teams, just about, except for a couple games in Miami. How about that, my friend?
Yeah. That's what we do.
Well, we didn't do so well in a couple other divisions, but this wasn't one of them. We had the North right as well. You had the Steelers going above 500. I'll give you a lot of credit for that because I wasn't sure with the quarterback situation, but they figured it out. Kenny Pickett is the future, and Mike Tomlin is without question the best head coach in football. He proved it this year. It's not even close. The Browns, we got the fact that they would miss the playoffs, but we got the record wrong, so that's why they've got to check in an X. We got the Bengals winning the division, but we had the record wrong, so that's why we've got to check in an X.
Hey, man, but you know what? And that's by default, because I'm going to tell you this. You know, if Baltimore go ahead and pony up the money, because I tell you what, if they'd have paid him, man, hey, man, I promise you Lamar's knee would feel a lot better today. He'd be out there playing. See, man, you know, if y'all want to go at that 12 points a game, man, y'all go right on ahead, man. If that's what y'all cool with, man, but I'm going to need $230 million to start talking. I'm going to need that guaranteed before we even start talking, okay? And not to mention the fact that you brought in Roquan Smith and paid him, and he ain't even one of us, okay?
Yep.
Okay, until you want to pay me, you want to win today? You want to win, put Booby in. You remember that? You want to win, put Booby in.
I remember that.
Let Booby spin, okay? That's all I'm going to say.
All right.
Marvelous.
Speaking of $230 million, let's not go there. All right. We butchered the South, my friend. We weren't even close on
the
this.
South was butchered, man, from the beginning, man. You know, the Texans is who we thought they were. The Titans is pretty much who we thought they were. It was the Colts that did it.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, I mean, you would think with a future Hall of Fame quarterback and what I thought was a good head coach, Frank Reich is going to get another head coaching job. He's a good head coach.
Frank is 11. You was wrong. I don't want to be right.
Yeah.
And there is some mention about him joining McVay and the Rams staff to take over play calling. I've also heard that. My sources are telling me. But I know about the Cliff Kingsbury, Sean McVay connection. I know about Cliff Kingsbury was at Sean McVay's wedding. Need I tell you more?
There you go. All right, the West, 50-50 on that one, right? I mean, you know, the Raiders really botched it up for us. I tried to tell you that the Chargers were better than 8-9, but you didn't want to listen to me, so we put them at 8-9.
Well, we weren't, a bounce here or there, and we'd have been right, but but the whole thing we said was my homeboy is my homeboy.
Yeah. Well, the X is there just because we didn't get the record right. That's all that is. But, all right, let's go to the NFC now.
Okay.
NFC East, Dallas and Philly, we had them into the playoffs. We just had the records wrong.
Flip-flop.
Giants, we were way off on. Nobody saw
Brian
what the
Daboll's
Giants
done a
did.
great job on that team.
Yeah. And the Commanders, we missed it by 1 game, so that's why there's an X, just because of the record. But we had it right. They were going to miss the playoffs.
Man, we knew Lionel Richie needed help, man. He needs background singers.
And this was another rough division for us, the North. We were off on the Lions by quite a bit, Steve. The Vikings, we got right. I knew they were going to be a playoff team. Packers, I think Aaron Rodgers is retiring, my friend. I think they're going to have to look at trying to trade for a quarterback or sign a quarterback in the offseason. Eric Carr, maybe?
Man, Jerry Carr looked to the Jets.
All right, NFC South, another tough division for us as well. Carolina and Tampa Bay.
Everybody, yeah.
Yeah,
But that whole division finished under 500.
the only reason that Tampa Bay has a check mark is because they won the division and we claimed that they would. Okay, so I'm not trying to get overconfident. And then this one shocked me because this is your division, and we got every single one of them wrong. Okay.
Well, hey, dude, when you have in 17 games 15 different line combinations, that's why you're 5-12.
Yeah, but unfortunately, you have the nomenclature now of having the worst record after winning a Super Bowl in NFL history.
I mean, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, if
I know.
You ain't gonna win. If you can't win, don't even get in.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So, all right, that's going to end the football portion of the show, but the show's not over just yet. We got to take a look at our top 5 this week.
Let's do it, man. Let's get that countdown.
All right. And
man,
this worked out to our favor because of all the production we had. We don't have any changes. This isn't gonna take very long. Purdue stays at 5.
it isn't, man. Hey, but again, you know, Zach Edey, man. I mean, man, he's got help from shooting from the outside. That Brandon Smith, he's a flat baller. I don't know if you've had a chance to see him, but he stretches the defense, allows the big fella to do work, damage on the inside. But man, you can teach a lot of things. You don't teach 7'3", 350 pounds. That's what this kid is.
I think it's a two-horse race for Player of the Year, right? I think it's him, and I think it's Miller from Alabama. Oh, by the way, speaking of Alabama, they stay at number 4 because of Miller.
Man, I mean, have you seen this kid play, man? He is so smooth, man. His pull-up game, man, is deadly. He has the ability to be able to stretch defense from afar, man. Man, I love the way this guy attacks the glass, man. And then when you back up off of him, he'll pull it up and knock down the deep trifecta, a la Kevin Durant.
It's high praise coming from the real sports guy, but sounds like he can back it up. I'm going to be able to watch him a lot more now that football's coming to an end. Number 3, we've got the Arizona Wildcats doing their thing out west.
You know, man, here's a team, man. This is just a great story, man. The kid Kerr, you know, man, who came to Arizona because of Steve Kerr, but he has Steve Kerr type range, the ability to be able to dictate the offense from shooting the ball deep, you know, man, moving the ball. Man, Arizona is quietly, man, just one of the building a powerhouse out there, man. That's going to be a problem all year. We got to watch that, Andy.
Well, another problem is the defending champs. I mean, they are playing like the defending champs of late. And Steve, they had another big come-from-behind win earlier this week against a top 25 opponent. You got to give them their due. It's the Kansas Jayhawks.
You know, they're defending them in their turf, man, and that's just what they do, man. Man, Bill Self he's built a winner. These kids believe in themselves. They've got a freshman that's come onto the scene, man. That's really, man. This kid's name is last name is Dick. He is such a deep shooter, man. Able to really spread the defense, man. Again, Kansas, the big fellas inside, man, can dominate. They get to the glass, man. They get there in bunches, man, and really dictate the pace of the game. Man, they're starting to come around, man. Bill Self, man. Man, one of the best coaches in college basketball, Bill Self.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I'm actually surprised he hasn't gotten more looks in the NBA because of his coaching ability, to be honest. And then number 1 is still number 1. And all but 1 week we've had him at number 1, and rightfully so. Steve, this team could do what the 1983 Team Cougars did and win the national championship.
They have that ability, man. Sasser, man, is a deadly sniper from distance, man. But, man, these dudes are relentless on the glass. They're going to attack the glass. And then the thing that I love about you, Andy, is they, man, challenge you defensively. They get up in your jersey, man. They can almost smell what kind of cologne you got on because they're that damn close to you. They're really going to put it on you and kind of dictate the pace, man. Try to force you into their style of play, getting up and down, which they do better than anybody in the country.
All right, so that's going to do it for the most part. But before we go, we always have to check in with one last thing. And this is a very interesting story, Steve. Okay? Now, there's only a few times that we can realistically talk about the WWE and it makes sense. This is one of those. Earlier this week, it was reported that Vince McMahon sold the WWE to a Saudi Arabian group for a lot of money, Let's just put it that way. However, his son-in-law, Hunter Helmsley, also known as Triple H, Paul Levesque, I should say, and his daughter, Stephanie McMahon, who stepped down as CEO, well, they also own part of the WWE, and they said, not so fast. No, this is not happening. This is not the direction we're sending our business. I don't care what the dollars are. Well, this is something to keep an eye on.
So here's the thing.
And a lot of wrestlers are petrified that Vince McMahon has renamed himself as the commander-in-chief of the WWE.
Here's the thing. My buddy shoots me a text and says, Steve, you know that McMahon just sold WWE to the Saudis, and I'm like, are you sure? Remember, I asked you that like 3 times. Are you sure? And you're like, yeah, it's a done deal. I'm like, are you sure? Yeah. Hey, look, the sports guys, man. I have little sources here and there, man. I don't reveal my sources.
Yeah, well, you might want to share those so I don't look so bad. Hey, man, it's been fun, but we got to run. 68 in the books already.
Man, so until next week.
We wish you love.
Man, peace, deuces.